back, gang. I'm really enjoying making these new types of videos and I'm really excited to stick with it. Today I'm going to be talking about something I know a lot of you are probably familiar with, mermaids, and whether or not it's possible that they really exist. Now, legends and stories of mermaids have gone back for hundreds and hundreds of years. One of the earliest recounts we have is of Christopher Columbus talking about how he had seen these creatures and described them as not half as beautiful as they are painted. In reality, he was just seeing manatees for the first time, which in my opinion are perfectly beautiful just the way they are, right, Chubbs? Chubbs is like my kind of channel mascot. We love him. Look how cute he is. But this does call to mind that Columbus has been hearing stories about mermaids probably his whole life. Many sailors' tales of mermaids are attributed to Columbus's similar error, the mistaking of manatees, dugongs, or stellar sea cows, which are now extinct due to overhunting. Way to go, humans! In the arms of the angel, fly away. And it's not surprising, I guess on first glance and in poor lighting, some could mistake these animals for something human-like. I mean, we got like the arms, the head, the mermaid tail, I guess. And of course, we've all heard the story of the Little Mermaid, a story originally told by Hans Christian Andersen in 1836. But often we brush aside these stories as make-believe. But is it possible there's any truth to them? Let me start with the facts. We've only explored about 5% of the ocean. Yeah, 5%. That leaves 95% of the ocean completely unexplored, and much of that is far too deep for us to even wrap our heads around. Personally, I think it's kind of ignorant to say that the possibility of there being mermaids or some other insane creatures don't exist. If mermaids lived at the bottom of the ocean and were adapted to that level of pressure and lack of light, there's really no way we would ever know about it. The odds of one even washing to shore or coming within a distance we could detect are probably slim to none. Creatures that live that deep under the water are adapted to that kind of pressure, so if they went too high up they would die. Take the blobfish, for example. This is sometimes called the world's ugliest animal, but in reality we've just never seen what it looks like in its natural habitat, which is up to 3,000 feet below sea level. At the right depth, blobfish just look like normal fish. The only reason they seem so ugly is because they suffer tissue damage from being pulled up so rapidly by fishermen. So yeah, give the blobfish a break, guys. What I'm getting at here is that there are crazy things that live deep below sea level. If a mermaid were to come to the surface, it would probably die, but it would also probably look nothing like what we think they look like. In addition, a lot of people say it's not possible for other intelligent life to exist, or a creature so complicated as a mermaid to be undiscovered. Well, if we think about the theory of evolution, which says that we evolved from apes over thousands of years, it's definitely possible. That's how all adaptation works. A creature evolves to match its climate. Is it possible some form of ape evolved to live underwater? Absolutely. It is no less likely than an animal that evolved to live on land. Obviously, if you're religious though, many religions believe that God created humans to be unique. Either way, it is possible that something resembling a mermaid could have evolved from an animal such as an ape, although it may not be like a human. So, actual proof of mermaids. We're gonna generally discredit anything before videos were made because apparently some people can't tell the difference between a human and a literal manatee, so let's look at some videos from the past few years. There was this extremely viral clip of a supposed mermaid, but before I even let you think that's real, that's from a movie called Mermaids, The Body Found, and it is a mockumentary, which means it is fake but made to look real. It aired on Animal Planet and the Discovery Channel in 2012. So to be fair, it would have looked pretty real to anyone seeing it at the time. Actually, the more I researched this, the more I realized almost every single clip I found was from that movie. Loads of clips on YouTube are just faked and from that mockumentary. So maybe videos aren't the most reliable evidence. But for all you Ariel stands out there, that doesn't mean mermaids can't exist. In fact, Dr. Paul Robertson, who played a big role in the creation of that Animal Planet mockumentary, discusses what he thinks about the mermaid videos online.
Paul, what do you think when you see YouTube videos like this? Is there any merit to it?
Well, I think it's why I believe we can't immediately dismiss everything posted on the internet.
Is this the creature that you and your team found in South Africa?
From what I can see here, yes. The body recovered was incomplete, but based on the remains that were taken from us, it looks like the same species.
So there you have it. It doesn't mean all of them are fake, and it doesn't mean all of them are real, but either way, I have to admit they're really fun to watch. The one in that video was almost definitely fake, but I had to hand it to the creators of it for making it look so real. I'm gonna guess the mermaid in that one is probably some sort of movie prop, but like, I don't really know. Actually, about a month after the mockumentary aired, the creators of it put a disclaimer on their website saying that no real proof of mermaids has ever been found, which is pretty much true. However, one of the whole reasons I wanted to make this video in the first place is to say that if mermaids do in fact exist, we probably wouldn't have any sort of evidence of it. Like I said before, if they lived that far under the ocean, they and humans would probably never have interacted. Keep in mind that people thought the giant squid was a myth, and it was proven real. At the time, people just hadn't explored enough to prove it.
Elusive as a ghost, the animal no one had ever seen alive emerged from the total darkness beneath the ocean's surface.
We've got something, the size of a 2 to 4 story house in the deep ocean that we've never seen. That's crazy.
Until now.
Until now.
For hundreds of years, they were known only by carcasses that washed ashore. Last summer, off the coast of Japan, Witter joined a group of scientists who went fishing with a new idea. It worked. An animal 26 feet long came into view.
This is the shot I love, where it just comes in and it goes up over the jellyfish and then spreads those arms wide and engulfs the camera system. It is this alien creature that's got 8 arms and 2 slashing tentacles writhing around, and a parrot beak that rips flesh and an eye that's as big as your head. I mean, what science fiction writer wouldn't just love it?
So you never know, maybe in the future we'll discover mermaids really do exist, just like they did with giant squids. Alright, so I'm sure you're all dying to know my opinion on this, and honestly, I don't think we have any way of knowing. But we should keep our minds open. I think it's pretty cool to think about all the things that probably live in the deep ocean that we've just never seen before. I mean, look at all these weird things that were only recently discovered. Alright guys, that is all for today. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you want me to make more of these. And of course subscribe because I want attention. And comment your opinion below. Do you think mermaids could exist? Are there any other supposedly mythical creatures you want me to talk about? Be sure to let me know. I also want to talk about more conspiracies and that kind of thing too. But urban legends are also something I really like. Alright guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye. The creators of it put a disclaimer on their website saying that no real proof of